Looks nice, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful. Starbucks on site, so I know someone that's going to be very happy about that.
You don't have the recognition and ability to create the belief, and you walk into an Olympic stadium, as I got to do 4 times. If you don't create that, if there's one iota of doubt, it will come and get you. Recognise the Olympic record was 89.66 metres, right? That's a stretch to think about breaking that and planning to break that, but something inside told me that that was possible.
Alright, so Steve Backley.
Yeah, very inspirational. A lot of very simple ideas coming from what he did. So actually, just you'd think from an Olympic performer it's going to be very technical. He actually kept everything very, very simple.
Yeah.
Like trying to take himself away from the technique and actually just going out there
For the performance.
see it, feel it, do it.
Yeah, see it, feel it, trust it. That was his big thing, and it was interesting how obviously he's frameworked his whole Olympic experience and that athlete experience, transformed it into a business and coaching framework, and how it can just affect everyone, can't it?
And it's one of those things as well. Like he also put the emphasis on going to his last Olympic Games and wanted to break that Olympic record, doing it and still coming second. Now, has he failed at that point? Probably not.
You don't know what the answer is.
He's achieved what he set out to achieve, and you can't ever.
No, his performance goal was to achieve that Olympic record. He did it. Still didn't win.
You can't ever control anybody else.
No. Resonates so well with golf.
Yeah, it resonates so well with us. You can go out. You might want to shoot the lowest score you can, so you go out, shoot 3 under. That's the best you can do on that day. Someone shoots 5 under. Shake the hand. Well done.
Yeah, exactly.
So just a lot of good stuff out of the first thing this morning.
Yes.
Looking forward to the rest of the day.
Yep.
I know there's a couple of good speakers left to come, and some good contacts to be made.
Indeed. Right. See you in a minute.
There's also things that we can't see that have a huge influence on the things that we can see. Those were the things that I didn't really understand, the sort of mechanisms of how they worked. And this is a US Tour player, Sean O'Hare, talking about getting his game back and recovering his game over the last few years. He's been in a bit of a slump. And this is him talking about the things that you can't see, in my opinion. So see if you can write down the things that he's talking about. Low centre and a wedge, what effect does it have on both of those things, the launch and the spin rate? So it's low launch, high spin, 40 to 100 yards, launches at about 27 to 32 degrees, somewhere about 8 to 10,000 RPM of spin.
Right, so Steve North.
Yeah, so very informative. Somebody that's really thinking about the whole experience of coaching in a slightly different way.
Yeah, definitely. So master professional, been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
And quite, like I say, making you very reflective about what we do as coaches and how we go about our businesses.
Is that question, it's always bringing it back to taking it to the next level and how are you going to do it and where are you going to look and
Problem solving. And
what areas, and always just challenging yourself on a daily basis.
Yeah, so his big thing was to have something for 2017 that you're going to research.
Yeah.
So obviously that's a difficult question to answer straight away.
Yeah.
But something to go home and think about.
And yeah, something that maybe we can collaborate on it and maybe do a series of videos on going forward. So that's always that thought-provoking thing. So our thing for 2017 was the channel. So where within that goal is giving it something within golf that we can research, look into, and bring it to you guys.
So leading on from that, anything that you would like us to research. You know, Stephen was saying his 2 things were strike location on pitch shots. Does that affect spin rate? And can he have an influence on increasing speed of ball and club head without strength and conditioning? It's a very specific question.
Without hitting the gym, can you increase the swing speed of somebody with the drive.
Yeah, so have a think, comment below, send us some questions to our social media, let us know, do you think you could find something to research? We'll go away and think about it for sure.
Definitely.
But more importantly, it is lunchtime,
Yeah.
so we're going to join the big queue for the buffet,
It is a massive queue.
and hopefully see if we can sneak a photo with Steve Backley.
Yes.
How are you going to provide an engaging and appropriate experience to each child every single time? Well, you might already.
Right guys, so that was Neil Plymouth.
Yes, so Neil runs solely junior coaching, full time, by the sound of things, very, very full on.
Very successful down on the south coast.
Yeah, so you've got an awful lot of different places to tap into and
Yeah.
go into and things like that. So it's very interesting to see a PJ professional that's really very much.
He's gone deep into a niche thing,
yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
gone very much like enjoy that. Right, I'm just going to go in that direction and solely do that.
Yeah, and been successful at it. And
very.
obviously, as we're PGA professionals that do a bit of everything, interesting how he's decided to go down that route and been successful.
Yeah.
And it gives you ideas for what you might do at your clubs and everything. And that's the beauty of things like today, isn't it? You opens your mind to possibilities and opportunities, and
Yeah,
give
like
you a chance.
you wouldn't necessarily would have said that one opportunity would be to solely coach children full time.
Yeah, 4 to 11, or preschool to 11-year-olds, and that's pretty much all he does.
And that's all he does. And they've got obviously an academy that's become full. They had to change its location twice, just simply by putting the groups out there and going through it that way. So
Very, very interesting.
fantastic. Good to see that side, a very different side to what we do.
We do, yes. Yeah, really interesting. Can't wait for the next speaker.
Yep.
Okay, see you in a minute.
Coffee and cake.
Ooh, love.
Mistakes that people make, particularly if they're parents. Parents think they are the most important influence on their children's lives, and they kind of are for certain periods.
You know, they will be there first thing in the morning and until the sun goes down at night. And they couldn't care what they were doing, whether it was on the driving range, whether they were putting all day or chipping or whatever activity it might be, they will be there come rain or shine.
Almost shutting the world out, actually. I don't know what inside told me to do it or why I did it, but it just felt right and it was working.
Right, so PGA conference is over. We didn't quite get a chance to speak about the last speakers, did we? Because they went straight to Q&A.
Yeah, so didn't get a chance in between the two.
So Richard Cope and Ed Bailey, or Richard Bailey and Ed Cope, their names were,
Yeah.
getting the wrong way around. Quite an interesting sort of scientific approach.
Yeah, to sort of a topic that we all know is quite crucial within golf. They're talking about how youngsters perceive their coaching and how everything is perceived within a golf club and whether people want to join that environment.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to know that a lot more of the children just want to play any form of activity with their parents at that lower level. So it's definitely food for thought in terms of the memberships
And how you go about engaging, engaging the parents, engaging the friends, and
and having that as a complete social unit coming to the golf club, not just one personality.
yeah, definitely. And they were saying that some of the research that they've gone into saying that brothers and sisters is a big influencer in keeping and retaining participation. So if you can get both kids involved, if there's more than one, then they're going to be more likely to stick with it.
Yeah, and they were talking about them being more of the role models rather than the superstars, the Rory McIlroys, the Beckhams of this world. Is actually like you're gonna get more of a role model situation from I want to be my big brother or I want to be my big sister, rather than I want to be David Beckham, because that's ultimately
That's a long way away. Isn't
it's
it?
a very much a
It's not achievable, is it?
no, it's a very small percentage of people who are going to get to that point.
So yeah, an interesting way to sort of finish the day, really, wasn't it? And what a great day it has been.
Yeah, so superb. So for us, it was one of the things that we get through our membership, so it's completely free of charge for us today. We haven't paid any money to come and see an Olympian,
Yeah.
2 top-class PJ coaches,
Yeah.
and 2 scientists who are at the top of their field.
Yeah, I mean,
these
they-
guys work for the UN.
Yeah.
Like they work for the
An
Olympic.
IOC, yeah.
They work for the Olympic Committee. They're not doing small projects.
No.
All these guys are top in their field, and it's free of charge for us.
Yeah, and it's inspiring, isn't it? It
And
makes
it's one of those things that I don't know why you wouldn't want to come.
No, I can't believe it wasn't just for every
Yeah.
PJ member in the country. But,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't. And we were here and we learned a hell of a lot. And go away and how to implement that. And,
Yeah.
you know, different ideas and different strategies. And, you know, we're not all going to become Neil Clemmer, who's a dedicated child coach and has gone, like we said
Yeah.
before, deep down into that niche, and it works for him. But there are certain things that you can pull from what he's doing
Yeah,
to
and
help
then
your
so,
environment.
like, obviously, we're never going to be an Olympian,
No,
probably. You've got more chance than I.
don't know what
But we're never going to get to that level of performance. But if you can take like 2% of what Neil Backley did to get to that stage,
Yeah.
whether it's in terms of his build-up, the preparation, what he was thinking, what he was doing,
Yeah.
anything that you can take into a golf environment or pass it on to a student.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going
That's
to
the
have to
key,
be.
isn't
It's
it?
going to have to be
It's
key.
going to have to be helpful.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say a massive thank you to PJ, really, first of all,
Yeah.
for putting it on. It was, a great day. Obviously, thanks to the speakers that came out and gave their time to present it.
And we've been down at Old Thorns Golf Club, so should we give them a bit of a shout out?
Yeah,
Because this
yeah, yeah.
place looks mega.
Absolutely
We've only been down here a little while. Sports bar is stunning.
Look at this sports bar. And the conference facilities, and just the whole
Yeah.
place looks...
The whole place looks properly set up, like great, and it looks like they're building more hotel rooms at the
Yeah.
back. Haven't been on the course,
No.
but by the looks of the brochures and bits and pieces around, it looks very good. So definitely be interested to come back here
Yeah.
and try and play the course and maybe stay over. which
Maybe
would
have a
be
little
great.
trip potentially.
Yes,
So yeah, if
definitely.
you're interested in that, let us know in the comments below. All that's left to say is thank you very, very much for watching.
So if you'd like to hit the subscribe button below, guys, that would be most appreciated. Get all of our content free of charge, straight to your devices as soon as we upload it.
Indeed, and we shall see you down here very, very soon. Cheers.
Cheers.